Okay. So
next to individual.
okay, so we're writing polynomials given the roots today. So we found the roots of polynomials. Today we're going to write a polynomial. So we want to write a polynomial function in factored form for the first one. And then with the following roots, and we want to use integers. What's an integer?
Dude, isn't that like 6 roots? A number.
A number. It could be negative. It could be positive. It could be 0.
It's a number that's not.
It could be 0.
A whole number.
1.
Any number.
Oh, isn't it when?
So it is. So is 5 an integer? You want to take a guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about negative 11?
No.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
So what about 3 halves?
No. I said whole number.
No fractions.
Whole numbers.
We want fractions, square roots, anything like that.
What would you do?
So positive and negative whole numbers. So x equals 9 is one of my solutions, and x equals negative 2 is another solution. How do I go backwards to factors? How do we get this x equals 9 to become a factor? What do I do to get the 9 to go over to the other side? You need to subtract it. So my factor on this one is x minus 9. And then this one we would add 2. And x plus 2 equals 0. So my factored form, just because it says it's a function, we're going to write an f of x, would be x minus 9 times x plus 2. So, not too hard, huh? So now we have 0, negative 1, and 4. Do we want to do the math on it, like write it out, or do we want to just go straight to the factor?
Straight to the factor.
Okay, so what would the factor be for negative 1?
Negative 1.
X minus x plus 1.
X plus 1. Good. Does that make sense?
X plus 2.
So what's the relationship between this and this here? This 1 and this negative 1. What are they? Oh, they're opposites. And then what would be the factor for 4? The factor. X minus 4. Okay, so we haven't done one with just a 0. So what would the factor be for just 0?
0.
So our factored form would be x times x plus 1 times x minus 4. Not too bad. Okay, so now we've got one that has a fraction, and we can't have fraction coefficients. So if I have a 3, this root here, what would my factor be? If 3 is the root. This root here, what's your factor? Yeah, I want the whole factor. Your right part of it is negative. Yeah, good. So x minus 3 is one of the factors. What about for the negative 5? What would the factor be? Good, x plus 5. And then somebody in this group back here. What about for the negative 8?
Plus 8.
The factor? This group here.
Oh, x plus 8.
X what?
X plus 8.
X plus 8, good. Questions on that? Okay, so now we need to do the 3/4. We did this one, and this one. So how could we get rid of that
Multiply
fraction?
4.
What could we do to both sides?
Multiply by 4.
Multiply by 4. So the 4s cancel. I get 4x equals 3. And what would I do next to get it equal to 0? Subtract 3. So 4x minus 3 is my factor. Okay, so that part's not too difficult, huh? Go ahead and do the U try, please. Let me try number 4.
No.
Okay, so this is what you should get for your answer. Everybody checks got it right. Okay, on to the next one. That's pretty simple, huh? Okay, so now our direction is different. So this time we want to write the polynomial function of least degree with integral coefficients. You may know what integral means. Nobody has known yet. What's that?
No, this is.
It's just referring to integer. The coefficients have to be integers.
No, you
And with the given roots. Essentially, we want it in standard form. Okay? So we're going to start by writing in factored form first. So the factored form, this group back here, left in the back, what would the factored form be for this here? This is my last warning, my one and only warning. You guys need to be quiet while I'm talking. Let's be polite, please, or else I'm going to double the assignment. You don't want to double today.
We're not going to table the whole class.
Talking to the whole class, the entire class. So if you want to tell them to be quiet, you can tell them to be quiet when I'm talking, and that will help.
I think they got
Yeah, I think so. So what are my factors here? This group in the back. Good. So we'd like to put that x in the front. It doesn't have to be, just because it's really clear if it's up in the front there. So what we need to do is we just need to multiply this out. So how might we do that?
Why is there X there? That's
Well, that's good. Somebody else may have had the same question.
you got it.
He said, why is the x there? Why is the x there? Because it's 0. That's right. So 0 is one of your solutions. So how might we multiply this out?
Would you get the,
We're going to use the claw. So what's the easiest way, do you think?
Foil.
Which 2 should we multiply first?
The X and X minus 5.
So honestly, I would do the x minus 5 and x plus 1 and do the x later. It's not that you can't, it's just easier, I think. So we'll use FOIL here. This group here, tell me what we get when we use FOIL here. Okay, plus x.
Talking about minus 5.
So it's not supposed to be.
minus 5.
Yes, good. So,
No.
It's okay. That was like stressing me out. It takes me a second to look at it.
So now, what is it that we want to do next? This is important. Some of it may be obvious to some of you. What is it that we would do next? Add your like terms, because you want to do as little multiplying as possible. So add the like terms on this one, x squared, and then how many x's?
X squared.
Negative 4x minus 5. And then we can distribute our x's, or x to all of them. So this group here, tell me what you write for this. X cubed. Good. Good. Minus 5x. So that's your final answer there. Does that make sense? Okay. So now let's put the next one in factored form. This group back here, tell me the factored form on the next one.
F of x is equal to 1 or x plus 1.
Good.
X minus 4. X minus 3. X plus 3.
Okay, so this time we have 4. So
Super group.
It'd be x squared plus 9.
So that's right ideas. So you're looking ahead. You're almost there. Think about it a little longer. You're almost there. So this, he was looking at this one here, and this was really good. We would like to multiply these two together first, because this simplifies to something smaller. It's exactly really good. Good job, Kobe. So we want to do this one first. This would give us, let's see, back here, this group back here. Tell me what we get when we multiply the last two.
You get x.
We'll be patient.
Which group are you talking to? Come on, Dexter, you got it. Question?
It's x times x. Uh-huh.
He's closed. He's closed.
And then minus 9. So what next do we want to do? Add the like terms. So then we're going to make this x squared minus 9. So see why we did that first? What was the indication that it was going to shorten when we multiply it out and not give us 3 terms? What told us that? Yes, because there's a positive and a negative 3. So whenever you see those, multiply those first, because it's going to be shorter. It'll help you when you go to multiply it out. So now we're going to have to use FOIL on this one. X squared minus 4x plus x minus 4. X squared minus 3x minus 4. So now next, do we go right to left on this one? Multiply the ones on the right times the ones on the left, or do we go left to right? Which one has fewer terms? The right one on the right or the one on the left?
Hey.
Yeah, so you want to start with the one on the right, because we only have the top and the bottom. So we want to, I'm going to use a blue pen. So let's see, this group here, tell me what we do when we multiply each of these. Good. 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 So now we want to multiply out the negative 9. Anybody from that group? Oops. So I'm going to put, is it positive 9x squared or negative? So I'm just going to put it underneath here. You don't have to. You can write it to the right. Why did I put it underneath there? The like term. So then I have, what else comes next?
27x.
Good, plus 27x. and plus 36. So adding those together, we get x to the 4th minus 3x squared minus 3x to the 3rd minus 13x squared plus 27x plus 36. So these aren't hard, they're just kind of tedious, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of stupid stuff. A lot of stuff, Jason. Can't comprehend it. That's what he said. Terrible.
Okay, so not a lot of them, not a lot like this.
So you put the
So,
X.
what are my factors going to be?
I forgot. 2.
Good.
Yeah, no one's answering.
Good. Go ahead and do the 1.
No. You just answered me.
Yep.
You're an idiot.
And then we'll do an x equals 3/4 again. You know what? Let's change that 3/4 to 2/3 because we did a 3/4 before. So we're going to make it a 2/3. So what would we do to get this not to be a fraction? Multiply by 3. 3x is 2. What next? We got to get it equal to 0. What do we do with that 2? Minus 2. 3x minus 2 is 0. Would you like me to finish this one, or do you want to just stop there?
Can we just do the homework? No. Will does not want us to finish it. He's joking. He's being keep I want to finish it. Pass that homework out, Jason. That's Will's job. Oh, pass that. Oh, Jason got it this time.
So do you want me to do it? Yeah, I'll do it. So we are going to want to take, say, the last 2 and then the first 2, and then multiply those together. Okay, so the first 2 here, let's change to a different color again. Okay, so then we're going to hold off on passing this one.
Oh, Jason needs to pass it out. Yeah, see, Jason, not a great way. Not a great system.
So we get x squared minus 2x for the first 2. That's kind of nice. That's pretty simple. And then 3x squared minus 2x minus 3x plus 2. What do we want to do next? Or we multiply the ones add like terms. So we get x squared minus 2x. And then 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. And now we want to go left to right or right to left? Left to right because, Bill? That's all right. Do you know why? That's okay if you don't. Anybody know why? So we want to go with the one that has a smaller number of terms. Because then we can go over the top and then over the bottom. Otherwise, we don't have a top, a bottom, and anything else if we use the right. Does that make sense? So we want to go from the left to the right. So my recommendation when you do this would just be to go slow because it's so easy to make mistakes somewhere. So 3x to the 4th minus 5x to the 3rd. So if you don't want to pay attention, I'm okay with that, but I just need you to sit quietly, please. Thank you. Plus 2x squared. I'm almost done. Minus 6x to the 3rd plus 10x squared and minus 4x. So 3x to the 4th minus 11x to the 3rd plus 12x squared minus 4x. Okay.